Every human invention has an upside and a downside. It's just a fact. The caveman who invented a knife probably cut himself. And cars cause pollution. Aeroplanes fall out of the sky. Nuclear power leads to nuclear bombs. It's good stuff, but not when it's in the wrong place. And take information technology, the computer, the digital world that we now inhabit. In 2012, the first speech I gave at the club, whatever it was then, A1 I think, was on things related to computers. And I started by saying that the computer and the world of technology was quite remarkable. If the automotive industry had kept pace with the improvements that information technology had made, you'd be able to buy a Rolls Royce for 100 quid and drive it around the world on one tank full of petrol. And people in the club at that stage were still looking at each other and saying, "What's email? How do you do that?" And things have moved on enormously since then. So my upside and downside tonight is just what was intended to promote a little discussion about computer technology as it is now. Not social media, but the fact is that if you've been looking at the news at all during the course of the week, you might have noticed the headlines on quite a few newspapers, including the Daily Mail, that source of wisdom and truth, which stated on its front page that the human race was now facing extinction as a result of artificial intelligence. And this provoked me to think that I hadn't really thought about such things for a long time. And so I looked it up, and I thought it might be interesting for the club just to have a little discussion about what people think about this, because the great and the good have varying views about artificial intelligence. Bill Gates says it's the most important technological advance, equal to the microprocessor, the personal computer, the internet, and the mobile phone all wrapped in one. So it's pretty significant. Says it'll change the way people work, learn, travel, get healthcare, and communicate with each other, he said. And he was writing actually about the new stuff that's come along, which I've only just become aware of, largely because my grandsons gave me a little tuition in it, called chatbot. Is anybody aware of that?
So you mean ChatGPT?
It's ChatGPT, and artificial intelligence designed to answer questions and to do things and to give you help in doing things. The kids all know about it because if they get stuck writing an essay at school, they turn to chatbot and they say, "Can you write this essay for me?" And any teacher worth tuppence on reading one of those things would instantly know that it wasn't written by a human being. But that doesn't faze the kids. And I was trying to get onto chatbot. Sorry, this is why I was late for this little informal speech, just to see what I could do. So I asked chatbot before I came tonight, write a speech about artificial intelligence. Just wanted to see what it would do. And I'll read you the first paragraph of it. It gets a bit tedious after that, but it says, "Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests." That's pretty good, isn't it? So it knows what it's doing. Very American.
You missed out something, but go ahead.
Yeah. "Today, I stand before you to discuss a revolutionary force that is shaping our world in ways unimaginable just a few decades ago. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has become an integral part of our lives, permeating those big words." That's how the teachers know. "Various industries and impacting society at large. It is a subject of great interest, curiosity, and at times concern." So it gets very condescending. And then it goes on and on and on and on, getting more and more tedious. And then, in conclusion, artificial intelligence has the impact. It goes on. But never mind, I was astounded. I was absolutely astounded that you could just speak and do that. And has anybody ever done it? Do not try to write a speech for this club with artificial intelligence, because we will know.
Oh, yes.
You can't prove it.
We know It phrases like, in conclusion, artificial intelligence has the potential to unlock new frontiers of knowledge, improve our lives, and address some of the world's most pressing challenges. No, you didn't write that. Twaddle. When I was at home, I thought that's interesting, and so I gave it another instruction, and I said, write me a humorous speech about artificial intelligence. And I haven't got it with me anymore, but it came up. Hello, folks. Tonight we've got a real laugh ahead of us, and it's all about a crazy new thing called, well, I won't go on. But I'm astounded. Are you astounded at the fact that you can speak into a chatbot and it can recognise the issue that you're talking about to that level? I am absolutely astounded. It's my first
I'm not
experience.
astounded, I'm horrified.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Horrified.
Well, opinions vary on what can be done with this, and the Centre for AI Safety website suggests these possible disaster scenarios. AI could be weaponized, I'm sure.
It already is.
Vladimir's already thought of that one. For example, drug discovery tools could be used to build chemical weapons, destabilize society, could be increasingly concentrated the power in fewer and fewer hands, enabling regimes to enforce narrow values through pervasive surveillance and oppressive censorship. Wow, think of Russia and China, and you might get the idea. But there it is. What really struck me is that this man, Geoffrey Hinton, who I had not heard of, who is the same age as me, he's just announced his retirement from Google, and now regrets his work on artificial intelligence, he says. It's gone too far. He never intended, he never ever thought that it would go to where it is. Because he says what's happening is that neural networks that they're developing allow machines to share information in a way that human beings can't. That once one machine knows something, all the others know it as well. So when you multiply all that together and give it reasoning powers, then
They take over.
they take over. And that's a pretty scary thought, to think that machines might have greater reasoning powers than we have. I can only say that in my career, from time to time, I came across the idea that not all human beings have great reasoning powers, such as the people I used to deal with in court who would say, everybody shoplifts, why don't they pick on me? You know, or the guy who's just driven 120 miles an hour up the M1, why don't they go and prosecute real criminals? And I think, come on, reasoning means that you can take facts, and the internet's full of knowledge and full of facts, and reason through them. And computers will be able to do that. Can we match them? Scary thought.